Joy Guru. I am Amalendu Chatterjee. I am an ex-associate professor and a speaker. Do subscribe to this channel of mine, namely Anukul Kotha, if you like my content and deliberation. Today, I would like to discuss about the relevance, about the significance, about the importance of Dol festival. As you all know, the Dol festival is a very most popular festival in India. And I must say, since it is associated with colors, I think it is more than popular. If you go to Google, you will get so many informations. For example, it is stated that this is a Hindu festival associated with, or it is celebrating the spring, love and colors, and often associated with Krishna and Radha. And it is also stated that this Holi, you can say, the other name of Dol Purnima, Dol festival, that is Holi, Rangoli, Fagua, and so many. See, anyway, and then this particular Holi is a story based on Prahlad. You know, it is most popular in North India, and it is considered that Prahlad is the avatar of Vishnu. Again, this Dol festival is getting more importance or more significance because of the fact that this is the day where, see, when Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev, or you can say this is the birthday of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev, and he was instrumental of the Bhakti movement in India, and he was a renowned philosopher, and definitely he was the, or you can say he is the founder of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism. Anyway, and there are other aspects also. But then, after all, Dol festival is all about, you see, swing, about a swing, you see, about, you can say, it's nothing but oscillation, it's an oscillating movement, it is a swinging movement. So, it is always associated with the swing or rocking cradle, it is a kind of cradle movement. But I think what is important that most of us possibly do not know the real relevance, the real significance of Dol festival. You see, the real relevances or the real significances of Dol festival, we can say like this. You see, number one, it reminds us about Purushottam, that is about the Supreme Person. Now, possibly all of you may not familiar with the term Purushottam. You see, there it is stated that God remains in two forms. One is called impersonal God, another is called personal God. Impersonal God is that God which is formless and nameless. Then, since we are, we can say we are formed persons, we have names. Therefore, we cannot conceive, we cannot perceive, we cannot feel, we cannot understand about the impersonal God. This is precisely the reason why, for our conveniences, God sometimes takes the form of human being, and then he is called personal God, and he is the Purushottam, he is the Supreme Person. And this Dol festival actually reminds us about the Purushottam. Secondly, it helps us to, or rather it enhances the urge of union with Purushottam. Thirdly, it helps us to acquire stamina through which we can move towards the path of evolution. And this is, you can say, the gain, this is the profit of Dol festival. Again, this Dol festival reminds us about the holy name. You see, this is what you see, holy name, that is chanting holy name is what you can say the first and foremost step of the path of devotion as stated in the Bhagavad Gita by Lord Krishna. Anyway, so these are the significances or relevances of Dol festival. But I must admit that all this information I have got from a motto of Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra regarding this Dol festival, you know. And then actually there is a context behind this motto. You see, on one Gaur Maharaj, he was a Maharaj of of one Vaishnava organization. He came on 10th March 1959 when he actually wanted a motto from Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra. But then Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra actually smiled and said, it's not possible to tell it so easily unless Supreme Father is kind enough to give me such. And a conversation regarding Dol festival was going on among his disciples, and all of a sudden he gave this motto. Let me tell it in Bengali at first, and then I will say in English. You see, in Bengali, আজ সেই শ্রী ভগবানের দোল লীলার পূত স্মারক তিথি, আর এই পুণ্য তিথিতে মহাপ্রভু শ্রী চৈতন্য দেবের শুভ আবির্ভাব, তাঁরই স্মৃতিবাহী চেতনা নিয়ে সেই পুরুষোত্তমের কাছে আমার একান্ত প্রার্থনা, এই দোল স্মৃতি সবার অন্তরকে সুদোলায়িত করে পরিচর্যায় প্রত্যেক হৃদয়কে আন্দোলিত করে তুলুক, আর পারস্পরিকতার সঙ্গতিশীল সুখ অনুবন্ধনে সবাই সাত্তত সমুন্নতি নিয়ে তাঁরই অনুরঞ্জনায় প্রত্যেককে সম্বুদ্ধ করে সমৃদ্ধ করে তুলুক। আমি দিন অতি নগণ্য, কিন্তু জানি নগণ্যের শুভ সন্দীপনাকেও তিনি সাগ্রহে গ্রহণ করে থাকেন। আমার এই প্রার্থনা অঞ্জলিও তিনি গ্রহণ করবেন। See, this is the motto. If I may translate it in English, actually I have translated it in my own way, I must say, and there is every possibility that errors may be there. Anyway, let me tell it in English. Today is the sacred reminder lunar day of Dol festival of the god, and this sacred lunar day marks the auspicious advent of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev with his memory carrying consciousness. My earnest prayer to that supreme person, may this Dol memory auspiciously swing, oscillate minds of all persons, and this in turn stir or oscillate every heart through worship and through happy bonding of mutual compatibility with dispassionate and equal prosperity. Let everyone make others enriched by being perfectly enlightened through his colors. Though I am a humble and very insignificant man, but I know it verily that he, means God, radially accepts the auspicious enkindledness of even an insignificant person. Hence, he would accept this prayer oblation of mine also. This is the motto of Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha. Let me repeat it again. Today is the sacred reminder lunar day of Dol festival of the god, and this sacred lunar day marks the auspicious advent of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev with his memory carrying consciousness. My earnest prayer to that supreme person, may this Dol memory auspiciously swing or oscillate minds of all persons, and this in turn stir or oscillate every heart through worship and through happy mutual, or rather through happy bonding of mutual compatibility with dispassionate and equal prosperity. Let everyone make others enriched by being perfectly enlightened through his colors. Though I am a humble and very insignificant man, but I know it verily that he, means God, radially accepts the auspicious enkindledness of even an insignificant person. Hence, he would accept this prayer oblation of mine also. Now, if I may try to clarify this particular motto, you can say, he is telling that this is the shield, this is the, you can say, this is the lunar day. This is the reminder lunar day. Why? Sacred reminder lunar day of the Dol festival of the god, of the god. See, he is telling God. Remember, there are differences between God and deities. You see, and the differences, and Lord Krishna stated it. Lord Krishna stated in the, I think, second sloka of the 10th chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna is stating like this: "Na me vidu shuro gana prabhavam na mahorsayo ahomadirihi devanam Mahorsinancha sarvasaho." It means that the gods and the sages, they do not know my majesty. And I am the reason, I am the, you see, I am the, you can say, I am the reason for, or you can say, I am the cause for the, you see, for the creation of all the gods and sages. So nobody knows my majesty. This is the state. So therefore, there is a clear distinction between Purushottam, the Supreme Person, and the deities that we are familiar with. So therefore, he is the God, I am telling you. And then he is the Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha is also, you see, he is also giving the, you see, giving the reverence, or you can say giving the honor to Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev, because this is the day of the advent of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev. And he is telling that he has come with his memory carrying consciousness. Why? You see, that is he is the avatar of, it is stated, however, that he is the combined avatar of Krishna and Radha. But actually, Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha is stating that Lord Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev has come with his memory carrying consciousness. That is, with the Lord Krishna's memory carrying consciousness. In this respect, I would like to say that we do not have this memory carrying consciousness, because after all, we are not Jatiswars. We are, you see, we do not know about the event of our past lives. But then it is not that nobody knows. After all, you see, in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna stated, "Bahuni me betitani janmani tavo charjuno tannahang veda sarvani natang vetho parantapo." It means that, just see that many lives of mine have passed, so have yours. I know them all, you know not, O scorcher of enemies. This is the meaning of this sloka. That means Lord Krishna is the knower of all the events of all his past lives, as a matter of everybody's past lives. So therefore, it is stated that, so therefore, Lord Krishna has memory carrying consciousness. In this respect, I would like to say that we may also acquire this power of this memory carrying consciousness. After all, after death, see, we generally lose the consciousness of our past lives. But then there are ways through which we can acquire this particular memory carrying consciousness. But that is a separate thing altogether. But Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha is stating that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is nothing but the new avatar of the Supreme Person. The same Krishna has come as Lord Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev. And then Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha is actually praying for us. Actually, he is saying that it is my earnest request, that earnest prayer to you, that is to Supreme Person, that let this Dol memory, what is actually, let this Dol memory, you see, auspiciously swing, oscillate, you see, minds of all persons, and this in turn oscillate every heart through worship. What is this? You see, as I have already stated, the Dol festival is all about swinging movement. You see, as you all know, how can we operate? How can we start a cradle? First of all, it needs a kind of push. You see, we need to push the cradle at first. Then the cradle would move to a certain distance, and then it stops. Then what happens? Then the cradle will move through to and fro motion. You see, a kind of oscillating motion. This is the matter. But remember, this Dol festival, as you all know, that it is stated that Lord Krishna is on the swing, and the Radha with his Sakhis, they actually sprinkled colors to Lord Krishna. So this is you can say, however, this is nothing but just a symbol. You see, so first of all, try to understand that how we can operate this cradle movement. First, we need to push the cradle at first. And then, as I have already stated, that the cradle will go to a certain extent and then it will stop. But then it will not stop forever. After all, the cradle will move through to and fro motion, like the pendulum of a wall clock. See, just as I have already stated, so this particular particular movement, what is this? This is the matter. This is nothing but, you can say, this is the this reminds us about the holy name. In this respect, I would like to say that Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha has given us a holy name. You see, that consists of 4 letters, I must say, but I will not tell that particular holy name, as it is not recommended. So that, but then those who know about the holy name, they can understand that it has a profound resemblance. It has a profound similarity with the swinging movement. You see, as I was, the first letter of the holy name that Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha has given to us, it means to push. It's not my word. Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha himself has stated that the first letter of the holy name, it means to push. You see, as I've already stated, just to operate a cradle movement, just to operate a swing, you need to push. The first letter of the holy name that Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha has given to us, it means to push. And then, as I've already stated, after going to a certain extent, the cradle will stop. And then the second letter of the holy name that Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha has given to us, it means cessation, that is stop. That then the other 2 letters, you can say the last 2 letters of the holy name of ours, it means that to and fro motion. As I've already stated, that just understand, right? Just to understand, or just try to realize the cradle movement. As I've already stated, a push is needed to start the operation, and then it will go to a certain extent and it will stop. That is the cessation, and then it will move through to and fro motion. Same is the case. So, if I go on repeating my holy name, that means that I am actually doing the cradle movement within my heart. That is precisely the reason why actually Sri Thakur Anukul Kotha stated that may this Dol Sriti, may this Dol Sriti remind us, or rather may this Dol Sriti swing or oscillate, every heart. Why? So that we can understand, we can remind about the Purushottam, about the God, and not only this, we can understand about the holy name, through which we can get ourselves attached with the Purushottam. As in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna stated that the path of devotion is by far the most easiest path, to get ourselves attached with the God. And because as I've already stated, since we cannot conceive, we cannot understand, we cannot feel about the formless and nameless God. And so therefore it is not so easy to get ourselves attached with that particular impersonal God. As Lord Krishna stated that klesho dhiko taros tesam abhyakta chetosam, abhyakta sakto chetosam, abhyakta hi gotir dukkham dehavat bhira vappate. It means that it is always a struggle to worship, or rather to get ourselves attached with the formless, or you can say with the formless God, in other words with the impersonal God, because we are formed persons. So therefore we cannot understand, we cannot realize about the formless and nameless God. So therefore the best way is the path of devotion. And in this connection I would like to say that in the path of devotion, a Sadguru gives a holy name. If by chanting or by repeating that holy name, actually I am getting myself attached with the Supreme Person, or with the Lord. Why? As you all know, that the most celebrated physicist, the modern day physicist, Stephen Hawking, he has discovered this theory of Big Bang. There is this whole universe is created through a bang. Our Upanishad, for example, is also stating the same thing. It is Om. It is stated as Om. So therefore, this is the primordial sound. So therefore, Lord, or you can say the God. If we say God at first manifests himself as sound. In other words, Nad Brahmo, that is sound Brahman. So therefore, if we go on chanting this particular holy name, this particular holy name has got resemblance with the primordial sound through which this universe is created, as it is stated. So therefore, if I am go on repeating this particular holy name, that means that I am getting, I am getting myself, I am trying to attune myself with that particular primordial sound. So thereby we are, I am getting myself attached with the Lord. This is the simplest avenue, as we all know. As a matter of fact, this Dol festival reminds us about this particular simplest avenue. That go on oscillating, go on swinging your heart with that particular holy name, so that you can get yourself attached with the Purushottam. And what would happen if we do it? Then we can understand that everyone is same with me. God is there God is present in each and every existence actually of the whole universe. As Lord, as our Upanishad, as our Upanishad says, for example, just sarvani bhutani atmanne banupassati sarvabhuteshu cha atmanam tatana bijugupsate. It means that who he sees everybody within himself, and who he sees himself within everybody, he cannot hate anybody. So therefore, a kind of mutual compatibility would come through this practice. That is why Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra stated like this, that may this Dol Sriti, what happens then, and then what would happen? If mutual compatibility comes, then a happy bonding will come. So therefore, Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra stated that, and through happy bonding of mutual compatibility with dispassionate and equal prosperity. Just remember, Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra is of the opinion that if I am the only one, if I want to progress in spiritual pathway and I want to neglect others, then it is not actually a real progress. In other words, you will have to cooperate with other people also. You will have to help. You will have to give all encouragements to others, so that they can also pursue through this spiritual pathway, So therefore, it is not something that you will have to acquire by yourself only. That is, it is not self-centered matter. You will have to be selfless. As a matter of fact, spiritualism is all about selflessness. This is almost the statement of Vivekananda also. That is, spiritualism is all about selflessness. So therefore, Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra is reminding us that try to cooperate others, so that they can also move through the spiritual pathway. That is the reason why he is telling that, and then said, let everyone make others enriched by being enlightened through his colors. What does it mean by colors? As we all know, that the Dol festival is the festival of colors. It is stated like this. And I don't know, after maybe this is precisely the reason why this festival is so popular. But then possibly we do not know about the relevance, about the significance of colors. Colors means the rules and regulation of the Purushottam. Rules and regulations, or you can say the life philosophy of Purushottam, of the Supreme Person. And I must say in this connection that though Krishna, we state Krishna as the Supreme Person, yes, he is, definitely. As a matter of fact, the first Supreme Person is Lord Ramachandra. Lord Ramachandra has come as the first Supreme Person. And then there is a series, Lord Krishna like this. And I think, it is my personal opinion, you may accept it, you may reject it. That's separate thing altogether. So Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra is the latest incarnation of God. He is the latest Supreme Person. So therefore, his life philosophy is the colors. His life philosophy is the colors. In other words, try to be colored by the life philosophy of Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra. What are the colors of Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra? There are 5 sub-principles of Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra's life philosophy. What are that? First of all, jojon. It means that you must go on, you can say it is a kind of self sadhan. In other words, you can say go on repeating the holy name that Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra is given to us. That is, if I go on repeating the holy name, that means I am doing the jajon. And not only that, I must go on meditating the statement of regarding the statement of Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra, and try to understand, try to contemplate how to implement it in reality. So this is what is known as jojon. And then jajon, that means I must tell the words of Sri Thakur Anukul Chandra to others. That is what is known as jajon. And then ishtabhiti, there is the humble love oblation that I must give to to my love Lord, to my Ishto, to my beloved, only then I can be selfless in turn. Not that Sri Thakur Unkulchand introduced this system of stupidity. As a matter of fact, Lord Krishna himself has stated in the 12th sloka of the 3rd chapter of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, where he has stated, Ishtan bhogan hi bho deva dasyante jaggo bhavitaho toyere dattana pradayebho jo bhunkate steno evosaho. That means he is the thief who does not give his food to the deities. In other words, which in turn it means that you must give a kind of love oblation to your Ishta, to your beloved. In this case to Lord Krishna, after all. So therefore, this system of Ishtabhiti is not something new, but Sri Thakur Unkulchand has made it mandatory. Anyway, the 4th pillar is the Swasthani. It is a kind of broto. I will not go into the details about this particular broto because time is limited. And the last but not the least is the Sadachar. It means that healthy practices. It may be again of 3 types. There is physical sadachar, and then physical healthy practices, so that we must be clean. We must be, as Sri Thakur Unkulchand believed, that cleanliness is next to godliness. And then psychological healthy practice of sadachar, and then spiritual healthy practices. So therefore, by colors I mean the life philosophy of Sri Thakur Unkulchand, and he stated that be colored by the colors of your Ishto, by your beloved. In other words, try to understand, try to perceive, try to realize the principles of the life philosophy of Sri Thakur Unkulchand. And then being colored, it means that if I understand, or if I try to understand the life philosophy of Sri Thakur Unkulchand, it means that in the process I will be the enlightened one, so that I can enrich others. So therefore, I can enrich others only when I can be the enlightened person. And it is possible if I try to understand the principles of the life philosophy of the Purushottam, or you can say of the Supreme Person. And lastly, he has stated that I am a humble and very insignificant person. But then, in the next line, he has stated something very strange, but it is very likely, or it is very becoming of Sri Thakur Unkulchand. He is stating like that, but I know it verily. Here, there is no if, there is no but, there is no suspicion. He is telling that I know it verily. That means I know it for certain. That I know it for certain that the God not only accepts the love oblation of even insignificant person. This is the reality. This particular statement gives us boosting, you can say, that God is there, and God is always there to accept, not only to accept, but readily accept our particular prayer. And Sri Thakur Unkulchand stated that I know that he would accept my prayer oblation also. So this is the motto of Sri Thakur Unkulchand. So in conclusion, what I would like to say, that the relevances or the significances of Dol Jatra, as I have already stated. The first is that it reminds us about the Purushottam, that is the Supreme Person. As I have already stated, Ramchandra is the first, and then Krishna, and there is a series. And I believe that Sri Thakur Unkulchand is the latest Supreme Person. And then the second is that it enhances the urge of union with the Purushottam. That is, it helps us to see, or you can say, we must know that the Supreme Person of the Purushottam, as we call, he is the Paramatma, while we are the Jivatmas. And there is always the tendency for unification, or you can say union with the Paramatma. In other words, there is always a tendency that Jivatma always it has a tendency to unite with the Paramatma. This Dol festival reminds us, or helps us to unite with the Paramatma. The third is that it enhances, it actually helps us to acquire stamina. Why? Because of the fact that there is always an attraction and repulsion between the positive and negative poles of the you can say positive and negative poles, and through this attraction, repulsion and stagnation we get stamina, through which we can move towards the path of evolution. What is the path of evolution? In this connection I would like to say that all of us have come from the Brahman, and we are in the you can say midway, and you can say the pettiest way that we can reach to the Paramatma, that is better. You see, so therefore it helps us to acquire the stamina, and then it reminds us about the holy name. As I have already stated, that the swinging movement, the operation of cradle movement, it has got absolute similarity, absolute resemblance with the holy name that Sri Thakur Anukul Chanda stated to us, has given to us. As I have already stated, it is the 4-letter word, it is a 4-lettered word, and it has, as I have already stated, the first letter it means push, the second letter it means the cessation, and the last 2 letters the last 2 letters mean the to and promotion, as I have already stated. This is the you see, this is the operative principles of cradle movement. And last but not the least, as I have already stated, that it helps us to move towards the path of evolution. See, one day when a person asks Sri Thakur Anukul Chanda that just to live, is it the only aim of life? Sri Thakur Anukul Chanda stated, no. It is of course one of the aims, but the you can say the last goal, you can say the extreme goal is the evolution. That is, we must reach to the Paramatma. So live in love. Joy Guru.